Welcome back, travelers! If you thought the developers were going to give our Primogems a break before the next major region drops, you are completely mistaken. The Genshin Impact version Lua 6 special program, officially titled Augur Homecoming, just concluded, and it is arguably one of the most content-heavy broadcasts we have received in recent history. We are finally crossing the borders into the legendary Mondstadt maritime hub, Dornman Port. We are ascending into the stars to explore a mind-bending cosmic labyrinth called the Temple of Space. We are getting a brand new Snezhnayan character who fundamentally rewrites how the Geo element functions. And to top it all off, we are getting a completely free character just for participating in the flagship event. Sit back, grab a snack, and let's completely deconstruct every single massive reveal from the Luna 6 livestream. Let's kick this breakdown off with the star of the show, Lana. The lore community is going to absolutely feast on her background. Lana is not human. She is a Fay hailing from the frozen tundras of Snezhnaya. Specifically, she is a changeling who was swapped at birth, allowing her to grow up surrounded by human society. She currently operates as an elite ecological advisor for the Adventurers Guild. Despite her origins, she harbors a deep psychological aversion to modern machinery and robotic constructs, heavily preferring the serenity of the untamed wilderness. But Lana doesn't travel alone. She is constantly accompanied by a delightfully mischievous Jack Frost entity named Lumi, and let me tell you, their combat synergy is about to shake up the entire meta. Lana wields a Geo moon wheel, and her kit is completely revolutionary. She possesses a unique passive ability that forcibly mutates standard Hydro and Geo interactions, transforming them into a completely new elemental mechanic called Lunar Crystallize. This instantly cements her as a mandatory anchor for specialized Hydro-Geo team compositions. When you tap her elemental skill, Lumi takes the field, delivering a relentless barrage of off-field Geo devastation. If a Moondrift is active, she triggers that massive Lunar Crystallize damage modifier. Furthermore, repeatedly tapping her skill allows Lana to literally feed gemstones to Lumi. Once fully charged, Lumi transforms into an absolute powerhouse, brandishing a colossal hammer to crush enemy front lines. But she isn't just a damage dealer. Lana's elemental burst acts as a phenomenal team-wide healing mechanism while simultaneously shredding the Geo resistance of every adversary on the battlefield. She's a healer, a resistance shredder, and a sub-DPS wrapped into a phenomenal package. With a kit that stacked, your Primogem wallet is probably sweating. Let's look at the official event wish schedule for Luna 6. During Phase 1, the spotlight is shared by our new Geo Fay, Lana, alongside the highly anticipated arrival of Tusca. We'll also see the debut of a breathtaking new 5-star weapon, the Golden Frostbound Oath Bow, which is practically guaranteed to be an absolute stat stick for your elite archers. Once Phase 2 rolls around, the rerun banners are bringing back two absolute fan favorites, Llama and Nefer. But the developers threw a massive curveball into the mix. We are officially receiving a brand new Chronicled Wish banner, and this specific iteration is entirely dedicated to the Fontaine roster. If you missed out on some of the premier Hydro Nation heavyweights during their initial runs, this is your golden ticket to secure them. Plan your wishes carefully because the temptation this patch is off the charts. Alright, let's talk about the geography. For years, NPCs across Teyvat have teased us about a bustling northern harbor. In Luna 6, the gates are finally open. We're heading north of Cider Lake to officially explore Dornman Port.
But Dornman Port is merely the gateway to this update's true masterpiece. If you venture outward to the perilous summits of Windrest Peak, you will discover a derelict sanitarium. Hidden within its ruins lies an anomalous statue of the Seven that shatters the laws of physics, unlocking a dimensional pathway straight into the sky. Welcome to the Temple of Space. This celestial labyrinth was engineered by a mysterious entity known simply as Asma, the ruler of space. The temple acts as a cosmic museum, preserving fragmented landscapes ripped straight from diverse civilizations of Teyvat. You will traverse gravity-defying architecture like the Luyang Academy from ancient Liu and a shifting desert pavilion from Sumeru. To navigate these reality-bending domains, we will be assisted by a bizarre new companion named Dex, who is literally a sentient floating hand. Dex possesses the capability to manipulate reality, unlocking hidden dimensions hidden within paintings and unsealing impossible geometric mazes. The flagship event, a free character awaits. Visual, B-roll footage of the Nodcry Trade Expo show the neon signs, bustling merchant stalls, and the various combat minigames in action. Of course, a massive patch requires a massive flagship event. Get ready to pack your bags because we are attending the prestigious Nodcry Trade Expo. Hosted by the illustrious Voynich Guild, this expo is an unrestricted, chaotic free trade market where everything from simple Mondstadt apples to military-grade artillery is actively being bartered. Because the inventory is so volatile, Nefer has been contracted as the supreme head of security, while Yoda is burdened with the excruciating task of resolving vendor disputes. The event is absolutely loaded with diverse, high-yield minigames. You will be assisting Ino with a tactical tower defense simulation, strategically deploying overlapping guard mechanisms to obliterate oncoming waves of enemies. Next, you will test Navia's experimental Nemusia technology, a combat trial where you must perfectly time your defensive parries to absorb incoming kinetic energy, retaliating with devastating Usia and Numa elemental strikes. Finally, you will command Ningguang's upgraded Guizhong ballista, painting targets for an orbital bombardment of high-explosive artillery.
But the absolute most important aspect of this entire festival? The rewards. By accumulating event currency and completing the central storyline, you will be granted the ultimate prize, a completely free invitation to add Yoda permanently to your character roster. Do not miss this event under any circumstances. Free 4-star characters are the lifeblood of optimal account progression. Before we wrap up, we have to touch on the phenomenal quality of life additions and secondary events sprinkled throughout Luna 6. If you consider yourself a cinematic visionary, you are going to love the new Flash Cuts event in Fontaine. Partnering with Petite Lumiere, players will step into the director's chair. You will cast various characters, select specific dynamic camera angles, and seamlessly edit together brief, punchy cinematic snippets that you can actually share with the global community. It is a content creator's absolute dream. Meanwhile, back in Mondstadt, the Knights of Favonia's cartographer Mika is hosting a rigorous surveying and mapping challenge. You will need to utilize extreme spatial awareness and compass triangulation to perfectly chart anomalous targets across the region. Additionally, the lore enthusiasts are getting a massive treat with brand new character anecdotes, including the highly anticipated on-screen debut of Cardinal Seamus, the elusive father of Jean and Barbara. Finally, for the architects out there, the Millie Wonderland user-generated content system is receiving a colossal overhaul. We are getting a stunning new knight and dragon-themed social lobby alongside massively expanded editor capacities. Creators will now have the power to manipulate intricate interface pop-ups, inject custom sprint visual effects, and completely redesign the environmental skyscapes to build the domains of their dreams. Version Luna 6 is shaping up to be a completely transformative era for Genshin Impact. Between the sprawling lore implications hidden inside the Temple of Space, the economic chaos of the Nodcry Expo, and the sheer mechanical innovation of Lana's Lunar Crystallize reactions, our hands are going to be completely full. I want to hear from you down in the comment section. Are you going all in on Lana's banner, or are you aggressively hoarding your Primogems for the Fontaine Chronicled Wish? Let me know your exact wish strategy. If this comprehensive live stream breakdown saved you some time and got you hyped for the upcoming patch, please obliterate that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a single Genshin Impact update. Good luck on your 50/50s, travelers, and I will see you in the next video.